comes in low, below 1,000 feet, wings level, throttle set. The pilot has a fast boat in his targeting system. The boat does not know the aircraft is there yet. Then, the sound. The GAU-8 Avenger, 30mm rounds, approximately 3,900 per minute according to U.S. Air Force specifications. Against a fast attack boat made of aluminum and fiberglass, there is no second chance. On March 19, 2026, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, Air Force General Dan Caine, said these words at a Pentagon press briefing. The A-10 Warthog is now in the fight across the southern flank and is hunting and killing fast attack watercraft in the Straits of Hormuz. The oldest attack jet in the U.S. Air Force inventory is hunting boats in the most strategically important waterway on Earth. This is the story of why. The Strait of Hormuz, a narrow passage connecting the Persian Gulf to the Gulf of Oman. At its narrowest point, 21 miles wide. According to the U.S. Energy Information Administration, approximately 20% of the world's seaborne oil trade passes through it. There is no alternative route for Gulf oil. Every barrel exported from Saudi Arabia, Iraq, Kuwait, and the UAE goes through this channel. On March 2, 2026, following U.S. and Israeli strikes on Iran under Operation Epic Fury, IRGC Commander Ibrahim Jabari broadcast a message on VHF radio to all vessels in the strait. His exact words, confirmed by multiple outlets, "The strait is closed. If anyone tries to pass, the heroes of the Revolutionary Guard and the regular Navy will set those ships ablaze." Ship tracking data showed traffic plummeting from approximately 100 daily transits to under 30 within days. The economic impact was immediate. Brent crude crossed $100 per barrel, more than 40% above pre-war prices of approximately $65. Shipping insurance war risk premiums, which had been at 0.125% of vessel value, reportedly jumped to between 0.2 and 0.4% per transit. For a very large oil tanker, that represents an increase of approximately $250,000 per single voyage. CENTCOM Commander Admiral Brad Cooper stated on March 16th, "We will continue to rapidly deplete Iran's ability to threaten freedom of navigation in and around the Strait of Hormuz." That mission fell partly to the A-10. The IRGC Navy is not a conventional naval force. It was designed specifically for asymmetric warfare in confined waters. Its primary weapons, fast attack craft, the Paycap missile boat, the Zulfiqar fast attack craft, the Siraj high-speed boat, the Ashura-class patrol vessel. According to defense analysts, these vessels are armed with anti-ship missiles, rockets, torpedoes, and naval mines, and are designed for rapid hit-and-run attacks. The danger is not the individual boat. The danger is the swarm. In 2002, a U.S. military wargame called Millennium Challenge simulated a forced entry into the Persian Gulf. The opposing force used massed small boat attacks coordinated with missiles and low-flying aircraft simultaneously. The result? The simulated U.S. fleet was overwhelmed. The exercise was reset and the rules changed. But the lesson was not forgotten. In 2026, the threat has evolved further. Iran has deployed explosive-laden drone boats, unmanned surface vessels, in the strait. According to SOF News reporting, these drone boats use encryption and frequency hopping when conducting attacks, making them harder to jam or intercept electronically. Some are disguised as fishing boats. They are difficult to distinguish from civilian traffic until they accelerate toward a target. Behind the fast boats comes the mission that most concerns naval planners, mine laying. According to defense reporting, U.S. officials confirmed Iran had begun laying mines in the strait. As of March 10th, CENTCOM reported destroying 16 Iranian mine-laying vessels near Hormuz. By March 16th, according to President Trump's public statements, that number had risen to more than 30 mine layers destroyed. The United States Air Force has F-35s, F-22s, F/A-18 Super Hornets, every advanced combat aircraft on Earth. So why is a 1970s-era attack jet hunting speedboats in the Strait of Hormuz in 2026? The answer is not sentimental. It is operational. An F-35 cruises at approximately Mach 0.8, around 975 kilometers per hour at altitude. Against a fast boat, the aircraft passes over the target area in seconds, acquiring a small, agile vessel, confirming it is hostile, selecting a weapon, and achieving a firing solution in seconds at low altitude over a narrow waterway is extremely difficult. The A-10 flies at under 700 kilometers per hour. It can circle, it can drop lower, it can take the time the mission requires. The second reason, cost and capability match. An AIM-120 air-to-air missile costs approximately $300,000 to $400,000 per round. An AGM-65 Maverick, approximately $17,000 to $50,000 depending on variant. These a 30mm round for the GAU-8 Avenger, approximately $30 per round. Against a small fiberglass fast attack boat, a 3-second burst is decisive and costs less than a dinner for two. Beyond the cannon, the A-10 in this operation carries the APKWS-2, the Advanced Precision Kill Weapon System, a laser-guided 70mm rocket. According to the aviationists' analysis of CENTCOM imagery, the A-10s operating in Epic Fury carry these rockets specifically. They are established surface attack weapons that have also proven effective against aerial drone targets. Cost per shot, approximately $10,000 to $15,000. Effective against small, fast-moving watercraft. Carried in a 7-round pod, 7 precision shots per pod. There is one more factor that made the A-10 the right choice for this specific mission at this specific moment. According to General Caine at the March 19th briefing, U.S. forces have achieved, in his words, utterly complete air domination over Iranian airspace. With Iran's air defense network degraded, the A-10 can operate at low altitude without the threat environment that previously kept it away from contested airspace. The threat that remains, manpads and small arms, is exactly what the A-10's titanium-armored cockpit was designed to survive. Here is what most coverage of the A-10 misses entirely. The Warthog is described almost exclusively as a close air support aircraft, a tank killer for ground troops. That is its most famous role. But according to the War Zone, A-10 pilots have been training for the specific scenario of hunting Iran's fleet of fast boats in and around the Strait of Hormuz for decades. This was demonstrated just weeks before Operation Epic Fury began. On February 2, 2026, CENTCOM released images showing an A-10C providing armed overwatch for USS Santa Barbara, an Independence-class littoral combat ship equipped with the Mine Countermeasures mission package during an exercise in the Arabian Gulf. The A-10's loadout for that exercise included JDAMs, a Lightning targeting pod, APKWS rockets, and a 600-gallon fuel tank for extended loiter. According to defense analysts at 1945, that exercise was not routine. It was rehearsal. The A-10's mission, protect the mine-hunting ship from fast boat swarms and drone boats while it conducted mine-clearing operations in constrained Gulf waters. 6 weeks later, that is exactly the operation being conducted in the Strait of Hormuz. The maritime connection goes even further back. According to the aviationist, in 2024, A-10s practiced overwatch of a U.S. nuclear submarine during one of its most vulnerable phases, navigating through the Strait of San Juan de Fuca. A formation of 6 A-10Cs later escorted the USS Wyoming, an Ohio-class ballistic missile submarine, through a similar passage. Protecting high-value maritime assets from fast surface threats is not a new mission for the Warthog. It has been building toward this for years. Before Operation Epic Fury, Iran operated between approximately 250 and 300 naval vessels of various sizes across 2 separate forces. According to CENTCOM Commander Admiral Brad Cooper, speaking on March 16th, U.S. forces had destroyed more than 100 Iranian naval vessels since the operation began. The U.S. Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth, publicly declared the Iranian Navy combat ineffective. Among the confirmed losses, the Iris Shahid Bagheri, a merchant vessel converted into a drone carrier with a nearly 600-foot runway. Iran's only ship with a ski jump ramp, confirmed destroyed. The Sahand and Sabalan frigates, older but capable surface combatants, were reported struck or destroyed during strikes on naval facilities. One Kilo-class submarine, described by CENTCOM Commander Cooper as the most operational Iranian submarine, was reported sunk at Bandar Abbas. The mine-laying campaign against the strait received specific attention. According to CENTCOM's official X account, on March 10th, U.S. forces eliminated 16 mine-laying vessels near the Strait of Hormuz in a single operational push. By March 16th, President Trump publicly stated the total number of mine-layers destroyed had exceeded 30. However, defense analysts note that Iran's small boat fleet has not been eliminated. According to the national interest, the IRGC maintains hundreds of fast attack craft, many dispersed from underground tunnel complexes along the Iranian coastline. It is precisely these remaining vessels, small, fast, numerous, and now mining the strait, that the A-10 is now tasked with hunting. The aircraft now hunting Iranian speedboats in the most critical waterway on Earth is scheduled for retirement. The U.S. Air Force has been trying to divest the A-10 for over a decade. Its most recent plan aimed to withdraw all 162 remaining aircraft from service by fiscal year 2026. The argument: the Warthog is too slow and too vulnerable for a high-end conflict with China. Resources should go to F-35s. Congress blocked the retirement every year. The FY 2026 National Defense Authorization Act specifically prohibited reducing the fleet below 103 aircraft and required at least 93 primary mission aircraft through September 30th, 2026. However, the Air Force did not include funding for A-10 sustainment in its FY 2026 budget request, estimating that maintaining the fleet would have required approximately $423 million that it wanted redirected toward modernization. Operation Epic Fury is now providing the clearest possible case against retirement, in live combat, against real targets, in a theater that matters to the global economy. The war zone described the current operations as one of the Warthog's last major combat deployments ever. Based on what it is accomplishing in the Strait of Hormuz, that assessment may be about to be reconsidered. Notably, the A-10 is not alone in this southern flank operation. General Caine confirmed at the same March 19th briefing that AH-64 Apache attack helicopters have also joined the fight. According to Caine, Allied forces are also using Apaches to handle one-way attack drones on the southern side of the operation. Together, the A-10 and Apache are forming a persistent low-altitude hunter force over the strait that no fast jet could sustain. As of available reporting, the Strait of Hormuz is still not fully open to normal commercial traffic. While U.S. forces have destroyed large numbers of Iranian naval vessels and mine layers, the threat has not been eliminated. According to the national interest, Iran retains significant numbers of small, fast attack craft, enough to continue threatening vessels and deploying mines despite the losses sustained. Even after the fast boats are dealt with, the mines already in the water remain. According to a defense analyst cited by the national interest, clearing the Strait of mines cannot be done quickly and cannot be done under enemy fire. The mine-clearing operation, which requires specialized vessels operating in the most hostile possible environment, could take weeks even after the shooting stops. Meanwhile, according to General Caine's March 19th briefing, U.S. forces are now flying further into eastern Iranian airspace, specifically targeting Iran's one-way attack drone production and launch hubs. The A-10 continues its maritime interdiction operations in the southern flank. The mission is ongoing. The Air Force built its retirement case on one argument: The A-10 is not relevant in modern high-end conflict. Operation Epic Fury is providing a direct counter-argument. In the world's most important maritime choke point in active combat against a real adversary using asymmetric tactics, the Air Force spent decades preparing for. The oldest attack jet in the inventory is doing a job nothing else can do as well, as cheaply, or as persistently. The aircraft the Air Force wanted to retire is flying low over the Strait of Hormuz. Below it, Iranian fast boats that have not yet been found, mines that have not yet been cleared, a waterway that handles 1/5 of the world's oil and is still not fully safe. No, the Warthog does not care about retirement debates or budget requests. It cares about what is in its targeting system right now. This video is based on publicly available reports, official statements, and defense analysis. Some details may be subject to change as the situation continues to develop.